What's going on? A little bit of a different location today, and the reason for that is we are going to be doing a little bit of DIY, a little bit of customizing on this guy, the PM2. And what we're going to be doing is, some of you might already know what this is, but we are going to be acid etching the knife. And so we're going to need a couple of things. And disclaimer, I'm going to be working with chemicals today. If you're going to be doing this at home, just make sure that you take the proper precautions when dealing with chemicals. So let's get into what we're going to need. First off, you're going to need a knife blade. That should be obvious. Second thing you're going to need is your ferric chloride. And to go along with that, something to put it in. So I'm going to be using just a mason jar. And to prop up the blade, once it's in the mason jar, I'm going to be using just a wire coat hanger. So let's go ahead and get the blade separated from the rest of the body, and we'll check back in once I have that done. Okay, so now we've got our knife taken apart down to just the blade. We need to clean it. So we're going to glove up. I don't have any like acetone or isopropyl alcohol, but I do have alcohol prep pads. And so that's what I'm going to be using to get all the oils off of the blade. All you want to do is just make sure that everything, you wipe down all the surfaces of the knife blade. Our knife blade is now all clean. And now we're going to take some nail polish. It doesn't matter what it is, just something to keep the pivot area and the detent track, also a little bit of the lock bar face, to keep that from etching. So we're going to cover those, make sure that those stay clean, and then we'll get into the actual etching itself. So just take your nail polish. We're going to cover all the surfaces that interface other metal surfaces. So now we have all of the areas where the washer interfaces, and then on the other side where the washer sits here, the detent ball and the detent track. All of that is going to be covered, and now we're just going to let this dry, and then we'll go ahead and take you outside and we'll deal with the ferric chloride. So we've got our ferric chloride, we've got our knife blade, and now I'm just going to let this soak in here for maybe about 5-10 minutes. The nice thing is if it's too light when you check it, just put it back in and it'll keep doing its thing. So I'll leave this in here, and we'll come back here after a couple minutes. Okay, so it's been exactly 5 minutes. So let's check on what we got. And that is looking pretty good. So what you want to do after you have it etched is you want to take it to neutralize. So a good way to neutralize it is just soak it in water. So let's take this inside and neutralize it. That's what we're looking at. And I am pretty happy with how this turned out. So let's get this all cleaned up. All right, so this is the final product. So now that we have all of the nail polish off, let's reassemble the knife and see what it looks like all put back together. We are all put back together. And now, this is what the PM2 looks like. I think, a little bit of oil, sorry. I think this is a major upgrade. I really love the etching on this, because I really wanted it to match the pocket clip, and now it does, but it stays just as smooth. And I could have done a little bit better. You can see right there, that little shimmer. I did cover the area a little bit too much, but I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. And my main thing for etching this blade was it's crew wear, so it's more of a tool steel, so it rusts pretty easily. And so my hope with this and doing this is that it will not rust as easy, so I can keep using it at work. And so That's how you acid etch your blades. And if you have any questions, anything that I miss, anything that maybe you have a different process, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you liked this video and if you want to see more of these kind of DIY videos in the future. But that's all I've got for you today. So with that said, until next time, peace.